Is Arvin best Osbando and Scarlet and Violet?
Don't phrase it like that. He's just best boy.
Well, okay. Since you've actually played the game and I haven't yet, as of this recording at least, I'm going to say Grievard best Pokemon as well. Hey everyone, this is Mikoy. Welcome to another edition of the TLT podcast. I am joined by
Okay, 2004.
And today last time we covered round 3 and we covered round 4 predictions. This time we're gonna cover round 4 and round 5. We're just consistent like that. So round 4, more players were eliminated, and we're left with 12 people, as you said.
11. I told you, it's 11.
Right, because one got a bye. Well,
because not naming names dropped out.
We already mentioned the name last time, so it's fine. All right, so let's go through round 4 and see what the heck happened. First of all, in the winners bracket, we got Sice XV defeating Dunox, in which was a pretty tough three game series. Yeah, 3-game series
it was 3 games
for Dunox. First of all, in UU, Dunox, buddy, what the UU game was kind of the UU game really mattered towards the turn of the series actually mattered throughout this game in particular, because after a mostly even game, Salamence critted Tangrowth in what was pretty much the start of the downfall for Dunox. But the real kicker was Cobalion, because it set up, it got a lucky setup, and it proceeded to sweep.
It won the speed tie.
It got some lucky flinches on Slowbro and won the speed tie against Dunox's own Cobalion, which Dunox has lost his tier once again. Sorry, buddy. You've had it rough in UU this time.
Yeah, he kinda got unlucky there, though.
Yeah, you've really had it rough in UU this year compared to BLT. Ubers was next. There were a couple of surprises. For example, dual Wingbeat Yveltal was a pretty nice surprise.
Yeah, that one's unexpected.
Yeah, mostly Dunox just brought a paralyze heavy team because he consistently brought Thunderwave and used it well against Necrozma and Eternatus just for standout points. And yeah, the substitute Geomancy Endeavor Xerneas set doesn't really work on a Necrozma. So,
well, it sorta does, but you have to have the sub up.
Well, it just kept getting well, at least it kept getting Sunsteel strikes, so unfortunate there for Sice, but Dunox has tied up the series. Then Doubles was next, and Sice just kind of outplayed Dunox here. There were some early Trick Room wars at the start, which was nice. Zapdos just keeps getting that Defiant boost after Intimidate and stat drops. And yeah, it just kept sweeping.
Yeah, true. Dunox had an Intimidate user into a Zapdos. That ain't good.
That ain't good. So yeah, Sice won. What really should have been a 2-game series for Dunox ended up being a very unfortunate series. Next up, Thiago Nunes versus DJ Berluminati. Also, Sice, congrats on the win, and moving on. Thiago Nunes versus DJ Berluminati next, and I think this series was pretty much the best series that had happened this week, because this was very, very even between the two. Monotype was first.
Yes, it was.
Monotype was first, and Hydreigon's strong Dark Pulse at the beginning, just taking out the Astrodon very early on.
It wasn't just at the beginning. That thing was pumping out strong dark pulses quite a bit throughout the game.
But another strong dragon in that game was Kyurem, because it kept walling and freeze drying everything that wasn't Volcanion. Spitfire did have his close moments with his Urshifu and Cloyster, but A, the Urshifu was toxic, so it was low on health, and B, the Cloyster didn't get to kill Duraludon despite with Shell Smash and Icicle Spear. Kind of hurt Spitfire, and T Nunez just kind of Spitfire didn't really have anything.
Yeah, this was a difficult matchup.
Yu was next.
Cloyster could have swept if Duraludon was low, but then again,
or dead.
Was the Dragonite E-Speed? We don't know.
Yeah. It couldn't really do anything at that point. Yu was next. This was not much to say game-wise. Spitfire just played much better. Matching up well against T Nunez and outplaying. Although, I will say, wish Salamence. Wish we got to see more.
Yeah, like, I think a lot of people don't realize Salamence learns that, but it does.
Also, I just made a double pun. You didn't notice it. It's just snuck in there.
Huh?
I said, wish we got to see more.
Oh.
RU was last, and it was a very evenly matched game. Very split down the middle. You didn't really know who was going to win, so it made the game kind of unpredictable that way.
I don't know. I realized sort of quickly who was going to win, because, I mean, what? Isn't this T Nunez's tier? Like, their tier?
Oh, yeah. Well, Spitfire was doing well to catch up.
Mimikyu kind of just goes in here.
Despite, we know that it's T Nunez's main tier, but Spitfire was doing very well to catch up. It was just he looked strong in defeat, I will say. Yes, T Nunez might have won with a carefully predicted Swords Dance with Mimikyu. Critting Beware, sweeping everything else. Yeah, it might have happened.
I don't think that crit mattered, Mikoi.
Well, didn't it? Because it was fluffy. Remember, Beware always carries that.
It did almost that amount through Chopo Berry.
I know, but...
So I don't think the crit mattered at all if that's how much it did through Chopo Berry.
Leave your calcs...
Remember, Chopo Berry half the damage, so times that damage by 2, crit did not matter.
Leave your calcs down below, because I think it kind of mattered somewhat. Also, what's Beware gonna do?
No, it didn't. It didn't make quick its goal.
I don't know. Maybe I just thought that. But yeah, T Nunez won very dominant fashion and well, not very dominant. Spitfire is a really hard opponent to defeat, so kudos to...
Spitfire was just trying to do his best to play around Mimikyu.
Yes, T Nunez won in a very hard-fought series.
Couldn't do anything once it's set up.
So commendable for T Nunez for winning, but Spitfire, watch out for him in the losers bracket.
Not gonna lie, the only thing I remember from the UU game is that T Nunez stayed in with Rhyperior from onto the Tentacruel and took a Scald.
Yeah, it dodged the burn and got up rocks, I want to say.
I thought it just killed the Tentacruel.
Yeah, it was a very bulky Rhyperior, to say the least. Next up.
I was surprised. Like, you gotta know your calcs to know that doesn't kill.
Special defense.
I wouldn't have
Solid
done
rock.
That.
This gotta be solid rock. Balor versus Door Money was next, and you mentioned that you caught this live, the whole thing.
Yes. Was I paying a ton of attention? Not the entire time, no.
Door money versus lore money, as evidenced by their names.
Yes.
OU substitute acid armor melmetal. Not exactly the best choice to bring in OU, not gonna lie. Especially against matchups like this, where...
Yes, that have a Blacephalon.
Not only a Blacephalon, but there was special mons, like Tapu Lele. That can really
That's a little different. Tapu Lele loses to Melmetal normally.
I guess, but
Cephalon, on the other hand.
Yeah. If you were Assault Vest, I would have given you a pass, but
Fire Spin Volcanion. That's interesting.
Fire Spin Volcanion. I forgot to note that, but yeah, I just remember that. That was a pretty neat set. But speaking of Blacephalon, that was MVP. Shadowballing nearly everything, including a Balor choke moment where he hard switched in Dragapult. Had he not done that, Balor would have honestly won Balor the game.
Yeah, Balor mentioned that he choked here.
Ubers, very bog standard. If you've seen an Ubers game in Gen 8, you know how exactly it happens. Balor kind of outplayed Dord Money here at every turn. Zygarde hard dragon tailing Marshadow after it was boosted. Necrozma running out of Earthquakes against Eternatus and warring with Dormani's own Necrozma at one point, and then Kyogre just cleaned the end game.
Zygarde did some work too, if I remember correctly, yeah?
Yeah, it dragon-tailed the Marshadow. And kept being a bulky one. Just kept getting a physical wall. LC was last, and Door Money really outplayed Balor here. First of all, we got the beat up Poniard beating the Natu. That was a nice turn. And towards the end, we saw Onyx setting up 2 Dragon Dances.
Wait, it wasn't just beat up Poniard. From what I saw, I think it was Scarf beat up.
It was? I didn't notice.
Well, I mean, it outsped the Natu, didn't it?
Yeah, but aren't Natu's base speed 17 compared to Poniard 16?
Yes.
I don't know.
And run max speed typically, so.
Okay. I always thought Natu was just bulk and nothing else. Onyx set up the 2 Dragon Dances to sweep the rest of the game. So, very well done. And Door Money moves on. Next up is Crying versus Bai. We already talked about how incredible
Wait. I think it's also worth mentioning that Balor made it pretty obvious his Carvana did not have Aqua Jet.
Yep. That was a thing. Crying versus Bai. We've already talked about how amazing this game is, and you all missed it. Ha. Crying won in dominant fashion.
Yeah, truly a game of all time.
Why didn't I include this in the best game award? Never mind. Losers bracket hit, where we saw kind of 2 surprising eliminations and 2 L people who really took the L. First of all is Lady Rider versus Lucas Joel. First of all was PU. A lot of Eldegoss usage at the beginning, where there were so many points of Lucas, who had an easy out of trying to remove hazards with his own Eldegoss with Rapid Spin, but I guess he just feared that the hard switch to Doublade might happen, and so he couldn't Rapid Spin at that point.
But it did happen quite a few times, I think.
But
at the very least, it happened at least once, where the Eldegoss would have literally died. in the sand.
Hmm.
And
He got the
Lady
leech
Rider
seed
just
up.
switches in the doublet so it can't rapid spin,
He still.
and then it dies.
Well, he did get leech seed up at certain points. Maybe he just was scared of the other Eldegoss. A crucial air slash crit flinch on Wheezing. That was pretty unfortunate. Sneasel not KOing the doublet with knockoff pretty much ensured Lady Rider the W.
Yeah.
LC was next, and again, give credit to Lucas Joel. I think he's gotten better at LC now that he has actually played, actually beaten up stronger opponents in LC. I think Lucas Joel has LC down. Credit of course goes to Lucas for not going with the tried and true fake out against Meanfu against Larvesta, instead opting to do Rock Slide turn 1. I think.
Yep. He's running a Rock Slide Meanfu.
I mean, expected because, Larvesta's been kind of a threat in LC, not gonna lie. Meanfu not being burned and KOing Farfetch won Lucas in this very, very short game. It was only 5 turns.
Yeah, Lady Rider just kind of figured he's already 2 mons behind. He can't really beat the Meanfu.
Nah.
The Meanfu's dangerous.
Yeah.
He just figures, I'll bring it back next game. I still have another chance.
I mean, what was the complete opposite of that was Enyu, which was very long. Lady Rider just basically outclassed Lucas in Enyu. Vaporeon and Tangela were just great walls and kept walling pretty much everything on Lucas's team.
Yeah, Lady Rider just had a much more wally team that just walled and continued to wall and had better recovery and just overall it was able to take the hits and heal, and it was
kind of a stally game in that regard.
Yeah, also Tangela looked pretty good here.
Despite being
apart
tricked.
from being against a freaking Salazzle.
Despite being tricked, because I think it was Scarf. It was tricked with Scarf, sorry, because it had boots before. It stood up to Salazzle as well, which was very surprising.
You mean the Tangela didn't have Aviolite?
No, it didn't. I think it was boots. Confirm that in the comments. Or just go back and watch it.
I want to confirm that now. That
okay.
seems a bit weird to me.
Well, okay, you can check that. But yeah, Lucas Joel is out. And gotta say, I think Lucas Joel did better here. Well, he went much farther here than in last year's TLT. But yeah, credit to Lucas Joel for actually, improving in TLT, which is something I like to see. I like to see players improve over time when they compete in these big tournaments. So good job, Lucas Joel, for standing up.
Be quiet.
Yo.
It was Eviolite.
Oh, well, it got tricked.
I said.
I wasn't wrong in saying it got tricked, right?
You were not wrong. It was later choice Scarf due to being tricked.
Right,
I
okay.
just saw the turn that says the opposing Tangela knocked off Rotom's Eviolite.
Okay. It was Eviolite.
Like I'm saying, Mequite, you wouldn't run a Tangela if it wasn't Eviolite. That's what makes it good.
Well, I've seen people use unconventional Tangela before, so...
Yes, but we're not too unconventional here, clearly.
Yep, good on Lady Rider for being for using the tried and true Tangela. Next up, JJ09 Lee defeating Jordy. First up was Monotype, which was a complete mirror match.
Yep, Mon for Mon.
Despite being toxic, Dragonite still went for +1 Dragon Dance and paralyzed Corviknight via Thunder Punch, which I think in the long run really costed JJ because he could have really kept Zapdos. He could have really kept that Dragonite, especially against Zapdos, who was MVP of this game.
Yeah.
Just consistently walling JJ's Mons and substituting to avoid, getting status. So I think he really should have kept that Dragonite for the long haul when he's ready to sweep. And Jordy just took
Yes, he
advantage.
really should have. Like, I noticed that immediately watching this game. Like, hey, yo, did he just get his Dragonite toxic? Does he have a way to deal with that? I don't think he does.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little stupid. Now Jordy has his own probably Sweeper Dragonite on his side.
Yeah.
You could probably just deploy that and clean later, and now you don't have your Sweeper.
Yeah, so Jordy took advantage of
Unless
that and won.
Celesteela is the Sweeper.
Good on Jordy. NU was next. A little bit more hacksy here because there was a particular moment there was a crit flinch on the Mantine. Big costly turn there.
Yeah.
Game was a lot more hyper offensive-y than most NU games in this in this tour. Both just traded kills and statuses. Nothing much else to say. And JJ took the win here.
It got pretty close at the end. I really thought Jordy might be able to do it. But unfortunately, JJ09 preserved the Inteleon enough just so it could finish off the Starmie at the end.
Yeah, had JJ not done that, Jordy would have likely won in 2.
Yeah, had JJ09 not preserved the Inteleon, yeah, Jordy would have won.
True.
Because Specs Starmie, which was not originally Specs, I think it was Boots or Scarf initially. Yeah, I think it was Scarf initially. So yeah, Scarf turned Spec Staryu became a pretty serious threat to JJ's team.
It became much more dangerous.
That may have backfired a little.
It became much more dangerous, and in the end, Inteleon just got the better of it.
Wait, was the trick from Rotom?
Check. Do you want to check that?
The Starmie tricked the Choice Scarf away onto Inteleon.
Oh, well, I guess that makes more sense.
Although Inteleon's naturally faster, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, that's true. LC was last, and Jordy brought Sun, which I believe you're pretty happy about.
Yes, I am, but can we go back to the NU game for a sec? I just want to point out how the +2 Toxicroak literally one-shot the Salazzle with Gunk Shot.
Salazzle isn't known for being physically bulky, let's just say.
Yes, I know, but still, Jesus. And that Executor was doing some damage too.
Yeah, the Executor was doing damage for a little while there. Okay, so now we can move on to LC, which Jordy brought Sun, which I know you're pretty happy about. Fortunately, didn't win. Fortunately, didn't win though. Porygon.
Let me say, I don't feel like Jordy really played the Sun too well.
Same here. I don't think Jordy utilized the Sun very well.
I gotten Vulpix in earlier and started claiming kills. Cause if you look at this matchup-wise, Sun looks good here.
Yes, very much.
I thought Jordy would be able to take this based on matchup alone.
But you know,
there isn't a single thing that walls Charmander or Ponyta for that matter.
Yeah, but to be a true expert in Sun.
A lot of things on this team actually.
you gotta know in and out how the Sun team works, and unfortunately, Jordy just didn't take advantage of that.
Yeah, although it obviously did not help that JJ's Diglett was Sash. That really hurt.
Yeah, Porygon did try to trap Diglett. He got critted by 2 earthquakes, which is a pretty funny turn.
I will say this, I feel Jordy played a little too passively. Like, Sun is like the type of thing that you gotta kind of be a bit aggressive with.
True.
Because, it's just very offensive.
True. Especially with Specs
And,
Charmander and Vulpix.
No, that was Scarf Charmander.
Oh,
it's always Scarf
Oh,
Charmander.
right.
Because, solar power. It doesn't really
Solar
need the
power
specs boost. Once it's got that solar power boost, almost nothing survives.
I would.
Except resist.
Although, although I think you need to add Larvesta in that Sun team, because it was this game in particular was mostly Larvesta and Burn Spam, and Timber really should have Guts, not Iron Fist. Because if it had Guts.
Another thing about this is that I know Jordy didn't really have much of a choice in what he was doing at the end game, but do not use knockoff. Just spam Drain Punch until you can't spam it no more. He only has so many Morning Suns, and you gotta keep getting your health back so it can't Flare Blitz, I guess.
Yeah, but and another thing, please use Guts Timber. It will be so much more beneficial to having a burn Timber who has an attack boost rather than something that just gets more power from punching moves. Guts Timber.
Yeah, I gotta say, I've seen a lot of Larvesta lately, so I'm actually surprised Guts Timber hasn't become meta nowadays.
Especially give it Guts, give it Rock Slide, then you can beat any Larvesta.
Well, that's why Lucas is Minfu ran Rock Slide Mikoi.
Oh, true. But yeah, Timber. If you don't run Minfu, why not Timber as well?
Timber's not really supposed to run that, because the point of Minfu getting it is because it can outspeed. It can outspeed Larvesta. Timber cannot outspeed Larvesta.
And I guess the bulk up Drain Punch knockoff Mach Punch set is a little bit too good for Timber users.
Yeah, or Ice Punch / Defog.
Right. So yeah, unfortunate that Jordy is out. I really thought Jordy had the most potential to go all the way, or at least go as far as anyone would have hoped. But getting this far in your first TLT, I think is very commendable. Gotta say.
Yeah, I think that's alright.
Yeah, very good run for Jordy, and JJ continues to impress and improve quite a bit. Next up,
Jordy definitely did better than I've done in the past.
Next up is PCD versus LCAP, and finally LCAP is out of TLT. Good riddance.
Wow.
LC was.
I can hear him now saying, "You too, Mikoi."
Well, I'm not. LC was first. There. Typical LCAP, starting off with 2 lucky burns at the start via Poniard, via Fire Blast.
Now, are we going to acknowledge the fact that LCAP brought the same team he always does in LC?
Oh. He brings the same team in the same tier he's been doing TLT. For the past...
I know, but
2 years?
I just think it's worth mentioning, because it's not like everyone would know this, Mikoi. But this is what he always brings.
Duh.
Room tours.
No, if you look at the scouter, he always look. If you look at the scouter, he's pretty much brought the exact same team every single goddamn tours room event.
Like if you see the Dweble,
And the Onyx and
you
the
know that's the Shell Smash Dweble.
yes.
If you see the Onyx, you know that's the D-Dance Onyx. If you see that Ponyta, you know it's the Calm Mind Ponyta.
Mm-hmm.
Although, come to think of it, those don't run a ton of our sets.
True.
Onyx and Dweble do, but like, I don't know, does Ponyta?
No, I haven't seen. I don't see Ponyta ever in LC apart from LCAP.
Yeah, true. It's not too popular right now, is it?
Final Gambit play against the Ponyta. Not the worst play ever. LCAP forgot Levitate Coughing exists.
No, Mikoi, everyone did. Everyone forgot.
Duh!
Levitate Coughing exists. Who the hell runs Levitate Coughing in LC nowadays?
Duh! Neutralizing. If you didn't see the pop up of neutralizing gas on coughing, you would think it was Levitate.
Yeah, you would, but like we're so used to neutralizing gas just being the complete standard, the automatic,
the better choice.
That, like not even I noticed when I was watching it. I didn't even notice until you tried to hit it with the ground move and it said levitate. I'm like, oh, whoa, wait, what?
I watched these games twice. I knew ahead that that PCD would bring PCD would bring levitate coughing. Tyrant.
You don't ever really see that.
Wow. Tyrant ended up sweeping the remaining games via Dragon Dance. Not much to say. Not much to say there. PCD just out LCAP'd at the end.
Is this the one that had like Psychic Fangs and Thunder Fang?
Yes. Why bring Thunder Fang? I don't know, but it was glorious.
Yeah, a bit unusual, or I don't know. I'm not really. I don't really know this meta too well, but like, yeah.
They don't. No, they don't run. I've seen a lot of LC games. Tyrant, they don't run Thunderfang on Tyrant ever.
Yeah, so I gotta wonder, what the hell was Thunderfang for?
Staryu?
Slowbro? I mean, Slowpoke?
Slowpoke, Staryu. I don't know.
Like, Slowpoke's one of the few mons I can think of that can pretty easily take hits from Tyrant at 1.5. I have a bit of experience with that. It takes it pretty damn well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, maybe it was for Slowpoke, and I don't think it was for Staryu. I don't think
because Staryu can
get. Really knew LCAP would bring a Staryu.
Oh, no. Probably not. Or maybe just got lucky with it. I don't know.
Maybe figured LCAP would bring this exact team, and thus the Levitate Coughing and the Thunder Fang Tyrant. I don't know.
I guess.
I'm to say that's Thunder Fang's probably more for something like Slowpoke.
True. PU was next. PCD dominated this game early, despite being under webs. Just getting rid of the Doublade and special Archeops. But towards the end, LCAP got a LCAP and got 2 lucky freezes against PCD's Doublade, and Frostmont proceeded to sweep.
It was one thing when he got the first one, but that didn't really matter because, the Doublade thawed immediately.
Yes.
So, no big deal. That is, until you use Ice Beam again and it freezes a second time. And
freezes again.
Time.
True. LCAP got a LCAP, unfortunately. We just gotta deal with it.
LCAP PCD.
But he didn't do it he didn't LCAP the RU game because PCD was very dominant against him. Roserade just kept hanging in there despite Metagross and Incineroar nearly knocking it out. El Cap tried to
Yeah, this game kind of felt like El Cap being El Cap and bringing HO like he always does, but like none of it being enough to actually do much to PCD.
PCD too good at RU, especially at the moment where El Cap used Togekiss and it didn't get a single flinch against the Rhyperior, and Rhyperior got 2 Stone Edges in.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that, because, like, I don't know, I guess you're naturally used to seeing a Togekiss flinch and a Stone Edge miss, but yet it hit, not only did it hit Rhyperior with Air Slash twice without a flinch, despite the 60% chance, it hit Stone Edge twice.
Yep.
And the odds of Stone Edge hitting twice are
pretty low.
No, actually, well, no, it's not that it's pretty low, but like, there's a 20% chance for it to miss each turn, and put those two turns together, that makes 40. This isn't correct math, probably.
Someone calc it in the comments.
And the flinch has a 40% chance to not flinch.
It's the same odds. No, not really. No. Someone calc that in the comments.
Not. I'm just pointing that out, even though that's mathematically not quite correct in terms of what the odds are.
Yeah, someone calc that in the comments below. Let us know if.
Well, no, we don't need to. I'm just pointing it out because I just find it a funny coincidence.
Anyway, the end of the game was not really that surprising. Cresselia beating the Gardevoir, Umbreon walling and beating Nidoqueen. PCD took the end game very easily.
Yeah, although, man, it's hard to believe that technically Air Slash flinching has a higher chance of not flinching than Stone Edge has a chance of missing.
I mean, 30% chance for each, 20% for each. Yeah. Well, the 30% chance of each having a 30% chance of not flinching, 20 versus Stone Edge, which you each had a 20% chance of not of missing. Oh well, it's fine. Finally, in the only 2-game series in this round, Fragments beating TDR.
Might I add, literally the quickest series this week.
Yeah, doubles. Zeraora and Volcanion kept sweeping the first half, beating out the Tailwind, Tornadus, and the Mamoswine, and getting rid of Incineroar as well. Despite
it was turn 3 and TDR was already down by half his mons.
Yep. Despite freezing Cresselia, TDR really couldn't do much towards the end, especially against the Stakataka, who kind of dominated under Trick Room. Ubers was next. Magic Coat.
Not gonna lie, I bet it's a Stakataka, and at that probably a max attack Stakataka. A max stack attack.
Yes, a max stacking up the attack Stakataka.
With Life Orb, but still, it just kind of looked weird to see Kyurem go down in one hit with the veil up.
Yes. Ubers was next. Magicoat Mew was certainly a very interesting bring.
Yeah, I don't really understand that bring.
Wow, why not?
What was that for?
Well, why not? I mean, Toxic Spikes Eternatus, anyone?
That's not super common to my knowledge.
Not really, no.
I don't really know why TDR was right off the bat expecting him to set hazards.
Maybe he wasn't just bringing. Maybe he just thought of a hazard team that he just wanted to bounce back.
thing is, like, Magic Coat Mew doesn't seem that bad in concept, because, like,
Yeah.
hazard leads exist.
Yeah.
Like, many people lead with hazards, actually, but, like,
Stealth Rock, Necrozma.
Tornadus is not typically the hazard mon in Ubers.
I mean, there's also Stealth Rock Necrozma, which...
Yes, that is the more common one.
I can't think of anything else. Maybe Ferrothorn? I don't know.
You don't see Ferrothorn too much.
Yeah. Ditto was the MVP of this game, as typical Ditto would be in Ubers, transforming against most of TDR's mons for most of this game, even getting a flinch on Zekrom.
Yeah, that was very...
So that brings us to the end of round 4. Let's move on now to round 5 and predict 4 matches, which haven't happened yet. Woo indeed. So the losers bracket for round 5. We got 8 players, well 7 actually, and we got 4 matchups. Well, 3 actually. I got unpredicted twice. First of all, the losers bracket. Well, first of all, let's predict.
Yes, I know.
Lady Rider versus Spitfire Arcanine. Probably the best matchup. At least for this set.
Not Fragments versus Bolor?
No. That is the meme matchup of the year. Even though it already happened before. Anyway, whatever. Lady Rider versus Spitfire Arcanine. This is the best matchup of the week. This is pretty hard to predict. Lady Rider is great at PU, while Spitfire Arcanine is much better at Monotype and other tiers. Well, both are pretty versatile in other tiers as well. So this one's gonna be pretty hard to predict. I'm gonna say Spitfire Arcanine.
I am also going to say Spitfire, and I can see this going in a 3-game series, like with Lady Rider winning in PU and Spitfire taking the rest.
Yes, although the inevitability of a 2-game series still, I have that instinct now.
Oh boy.
It would be a really surprise if it happens. But yeah, Spitfire Arcanine should progress here. Next up, JJ09 versus Dunox. This one's gonna be not evenly contested. I think this will be a dominant 2-game series. Please don't. Please, Dunox, actually win in UU this time.
So who are you predicting? Say it.
Dunox, easily.
In 2?
Yes. Why?
Well, I predict Dunox wins in 3, and the game he loses will be UU.
Not again. If JJ09 beats Dunox in UU and takes the series, I will, I don't know, hit me.
I'll be surprised if he takes the series, but I did just say he's gonna win the inevitable UU game.
I wouldn't put it past you. Please, Dunox, actually win in UU this time, please.
Because the fact that he's been playing UU every single time so far implies he's the one locking it, despite losing every time.
True.
So I'm curious to see if he will continue to do that.
True. So I think Dunox should win. Next up, PCD versus Bai, which, wow, Bai is actually in the losers bracket too. He lost to Crying, and then he's facing PCD. What an unfortunate circumstances Bai got.
Yes, that's yikes.
Very unlucky. PCD moves on, unfortunately. Unfortunately for Bai, PCD should move on.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately for Bai, yes.
PCD should move on. And finally, meme match. Meme match time. Balor versus Fragment. This already happened in BLT, and Fragments won in OU. What? Who are we thinking here? With
This is tough.
I think both are pretty evenly matched. Maybe Balor's got the edge here in terms of like
I
actual.
think it sort of depends on the tiers.
What do you mean? Okay, let's see. Let's go tier by tier and see who's better at which. So Ubers, I think Balor's got the advantage there.
I don't know, they're pretty decently even in Ubers. I don't know if you've realized, but Fragments has actually been doing quite well in it during this tour.
True.
Although, with similar tactics each time.
Yeah. You got to change up your playstyle for Ubers every now and then. I think in terms of competitive skill, I think Balor's also got Ubers down. OU, we've already seen Fragments can beat Balor in OU.
Yeah, although,
Tough
I'm
one.
more inclined to say Balor might be a bit more favored in OU at the moment.
True. He has been doing better. UU, I think Fragments has UU down, especially for the one win, especially for the Dunox win. RU, I think Balor's. Well, no. Actually, no. I think Fragments has got RU down.
I wouldn't even know.
Yeah. NU, well, Balor's much more team supportive there. PU,
Yeah, I'm gonna say Balor for NU.
I think PU, Fragments should win there. I think Fragments is much better at PU. LC, tough one. I think Balor.
I feel like either can win, but I'm more inclined to say Balor.
Yeah, same here. Doubles, I think Fragments has got that in spades. And
yeah, definitely.
And Monotype is another hard one to call because neither really play Monotype all that much.
Yeah.
So in conclusion, I say Balor. In a serious note, Balor should win.
I think this will be a 3-game series, and
Definitely.
yeah, I say Balor wins.
Definitely. If it goes to 2 games, I will instantly meme of the year. All right. So that's the end of round 5 predictions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next week. We'll cover round 6. The tour is going to be down to 8 players this time, not 7. Please correct.
Wait.
Please correct me on that PokeArt, please.
Let's see. How many people are currently in the winners bracket?
There's T Nunez, there's Sice, there's Crying, and there's Dormoney.
And currently there are 7 here, so right, that makes 11, and 4 are going home.
3.
Wait a minute.
You forgot Bai existed?
Okay. Yeah, if 3 are going home, then yes, that will bring us to an even number once again. We'll be at 8.
Yeah, and good luck to the remaining 8 who will progress, and good luck to everyone here. Thank you all for watching. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you wouldn't miss a video once it come out. See you next week for round 6. This has been McCoy. Signing out.
Sorry.
Signing out. Bye.
Hope you didn't mind my random rambling earlier. It's stupid.